The first body was found on the beach, face down, its waterlogged form coated in sand and debris. Skin more salt than flesh, hardened and deathly pale. Almost beautiful in its unnatural nature, the peaceful dead. A sailor, perhaps, or one of the misfortunate dragged down to the darkened depths, finally released to the shore. It was not the strangest sight on Llanelli Beach. Each and every townsfolk carries their own tales. Drug deals, mostly. My grandfather swears that one summer, the very earth opened up and swallowed down all it wished. Umbrellas and small children, there was no discrimination. Carnage, the lot of it. What wasn't swallowed was carried out to sea, forever lost to its inky depths. My grandfather, of course, was mad. This first body, its crystal form, lay glittering in the midday sun, withered fingers grasping the sand, twitched. Its fingers twiddled before it pulled its palm from where it lay half buried. Then, with effort, arms pulled back and pushed, dragging its withered torso from the ground, head bent and hair solidly pointing downwards. Legs splayed at awkward angles came together, pushing until, with great effort, it stood. The confused, perfectly pressed corpse of a young woman stared out down the great streak of brown. Brown, not gold, this is Wales after all. She coughed, a great wet gurgle like a plug being pulled, the water swirling its escape down miles of pipe. Salt water dripped down her glistening chin and then poured uncontrollably. She was only the first. More arrived, abandoned by the salty depths, accumulating on that stretch of land. Dragging themselves upright, they stood at the edge, the waves lapping at their feet. There was no point in history where I could easily mark each body. Some evidently knew, their fingers tightly wound in a salty grip around their phones as they likely called for help. Some old, far older. From the young sailor boys in their Victorian naval uniforms, far too young to die, though the sea is far from particular. The older still in unidentifiable period and age. On the third day, they finally stopped pouring onto the shore. Ceaseless watchers of the deep, they faced the town. Hands interwoven, they made an untouchable wall. No seawater dared flow past them, the sand dry for the first time. Blank eyes stared back from the coast, unblinking and pale. They made no effort to move as police sectioned off the beach, simply watching. Each and every one a glorious, ethereal being, all crystallized and gleaming in the rising sun. It was the seventh day that they moved once more, mouths extending to an impossible degree. The noise, their melody, could be heard even in the deepest parts of town. Unnatural, like a tape being wound in reverse, yet so clear in their message. I fell in love with elongated teeth and seafoam eyes. Their song would lull me to sleep as it rustled through my darkened window. My God, aren't they beautiful?